All right, let's turn now to Dr. Scott Gottlieb to address the health concerns about Zyn. And Dr. Gottlieb, you say that at this point, the risks may be more about what the social media companies are not doing than with what Philip Morris is doing. In other words, you think that those social media platforms bear a responsibility for this product's growth among underaged users, and underaged in this case means 21 and younger, correct?
Well, that's right. I think the social media platforms could be doing much more. This is sort of an organic movement that started on social media and is being targeted to young people. And the platforms could step in to try to police and shut down some of this messaging. I know Philip Morris has reached out to some of the platforms and has gotten back form letters. You know, we need to restart the conversation around harm reduction in this country, just picking up on your last conversation. While nicotine, not a completely safe substance, isn't what causes all the death and disease from tobacco. It's the products of combustion. And if we can convert more currently addicted adult smokers onto these modified risk products that don't have all the harms associated with combustion, we can achieve a net public health benefit, a substantial public health benefit. There's currently 28 million Americans who still smoke cigarettes. While rates of smoking have come down in recent years, the rate of reduction has slowed. And I think the way we're going to make substantial inroads in reducing those numbers even further is trying to offer adult smokers products that don't pose the same risks as cigarettes for those who still want to enjoy satisfying levels of nicotine but don't want to do it with all the harms that come with combusting cigarettes.
So I guess as I try to wrap my head around the sort of moral questions that are posed by a product like Zyn, I come to this, and I'd like to get you to help me through it, that Zyn can be a transitional product, in a sense, away from combustible smoking tobacco products towards Zyn, which is purely a nicotine product. On the other hand, can Zyn be a transitional product that leads a young user of Zyn toward a tobacco product? In other words, it could it cut both ways? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we saw happen with Juul. And that's the concern around Zyn, that it will addict a new generation of young people onto nicotine, some proportion of which will migrate onto combustible tobacco.
That it's a gateway.
And set us back.
It's a gateway.
That's why right. But that's why you need appropriate regulation in the marketplace and have to put these products through an appropriate series of regulatory gates. There's currently 600,000 applications pending with FDA for different tobacco products. I would be prioritizing some of these modified risk tobacco products to get them approved by the FDA, which would give the agency more vigorous post-market tools to make sure that the marketing and the positioning in the marketplace is appropriate and isn't going to lead to a lot of unnecessary youth use. You're always going to have some youth use. Any youth use is too much. The rates right now are relatively low. I think legislators and others are right to be vigilant here to make sure this doesn't become another Juul. It's on the order of about 1.5% of youth use is of these kind of pouch products. But, there is a role for these products being marketed to adult smokers, and I think properly regulated, you can put in place restrictions that keep it out of the hands of kids. You're also going to have to rely on the social media platforms. They need to do more. And it's not just these Zyn products and tobacco products. It's also THC products that are being marketed to children as well on these platforms if you go on and look at the advertising.
So that's I find it's very interesting that you point to the social media platforms as the, I don't know, I guess, not the pushers, that's too strong a word here, but in other words, that they have been less responsible, it seems you're saying, than Philip Morris has been in trying to police or restrict the use by youth of this product, Zyn.
Well, look, this is a relatively new phenomenon by some self-winding people on social media, some social influencers. We've seen historically the social media platforms, for example, step in to cut down or crack down on the marketing of opioids years ago, and we browbeat them into doing that. They were reluctant to do that. I was at FDA at the time. They could do the same thing here. They can put in place controls that filter out these messages to children. I don't think Philip Morris wants this to be marketed to kids and wants to see the youth use rise because it's going to spoil the market for adult smokers. And adults who still want to access nicotine aren't necessarily smokers, but want to enjoy nicotine, don't want to do it through products of combustion. It is, after all, legal substance, and as long as it remains a legal substance, adults are going to seek it out. Some proportion of adults will seek it out. They're better off doing it with a product like this or even a vaping product than a cigarette because, again, it's the products of combustion, the burning, that causes all the death and disease.
Fascinating conversation, Dr. Gottlieb. Appreciate it. As always, glad to have you with us. Thank you.